When life crushes you to your knees and the weight of the world feels unbearable, that is the exact moment life is asking you, are you strong enough to keep going? Or will you break like the weak men who came before you? Weak men don't survive this world because this world has never cared about your excuses, your pain, or your tears. The harsh truth is simple. If you are not strong, if you are not disciplined, if you do not demand greatness from yourself, life will chew you up and spit you out. Every man faces storms, but only those with iron will and unshakable determination carve their place in history. Weakness is a disease. It infects the body, poisons the mind, and kills the spirit. Strength, on the other hand, is forged in discomfort, sharpened by failure, and proven in battle. You must choose daily, comfort or growth, weakness or power, victimhood or victory. The universe respects only those who fight, bleed, and rise again. You want freedom? Earn it. You want respect? Command it. You want success? Build it with your own hands. This is not about surviving, it is about dominating. And remember, weakness never wins. Weakness destroys men, strength builds them. This is not just a phrase, it is the undeniable truth that has echoed throughout human history. Look around you. The world is not designed to hand you comfort, happiness, or peace for free. Every single thing you want requires sacrifice, struggle, and endurance. Weak men collapse under pressure, they crumble when life shows its teeth, and they beg for mercy from a world that doesn't care. Weakness is seductive because it tells you it's fine to stay the same. It whispers that tomorrow will be better if you just wait. But in reality, weakness rots you from the inside out. Weak men lose respect, they lose opportunities, they lose control over their lives, and eventually, they lose themselves. Strength, however, transforms men into forces that cannot be ignored. It builds character, it demands discipline, and bends your mind into steel. A strong man is not simply someone who lifts weights or shows physical dominance. True strength is the ability to stand unshaken when everything is against you. It is the ability to command, respect without asking for it. It is waking up when you don't want to, grinding when you feel broken, and pushing through when every part of you screams to quit. Strength is a decision repeated daily to reject weakness and choose power. Weakness tells you to stay comfortable, to avoid the pain, to seek the easy path. But comfort is the breeding ground of mediocrity. No empire, no legacy, no great story was built from the arms of comfort. Every man who has achieved greatness did so because he chose strength over weakness, suffering over ease, and responsibility over excuses. Weak men believe the world owes them something. They wait for luck, for miracles, for someone else to save them. But luck favors the strong, miracles are created by relentless effort, and no one is aiming to save you. The truth is brutal. Life respects only strength. The weak are forgotten, ignored, and erased by time. Strength is not about winning every battle. It's about refusing to surrender, no matter how brutal the fight becomes. Strength is being broken and still standing, bleeding but still moving forward, doubted but proving everyone wrong. Weakness convinces you to stop before you even start. It makes your dreams look impossible. Your goals look too far and your struggles look unbearable. But strength is the voice that tells you to take one more step, one more punch, one more chance. It is the fire inside that refuses to be extinguished, no matter how strong the storm is. Weak men often hide behind excuses, bad childhood, lack of opportunities, unfair circumstances, but excuses are the language of the powerless. Strong men see the same obstacles and say, "Once and I will rise above them." That mindset alone separates those who fade away from those who carve their names into history. Weakness is death in slow motion. Strength is life at its fullest. Every day you choose one or the other. You can either sit back, waste your time, and watch the world pass you by, or you can rise, build yourself, and take what is yours. No one respects weakness, not even the weak themselves. Men respect men who can endure pain and still lead. Women desire men who carry the weight of the world on their shoulders and never collapse. The universe itself bends to those who refuse to kneel. Strength builds empires, creates wealth, earns loyalty, and guarantees survival. Weakness, on the other hand, destroys families, ruins futures, and breeds regret. If you want to be remembered, if you want to live a life that matters, you must kill weakness every single day. That means forcing yourself into discomfort, training your body, sharpening your mind, mastering your emotions, and embracing challenges. Strength is not a gift, it is forged. It comes from waking up early, working when tired, pushing when empty, and never giving in to the temptation of an easy way out. Weak men live for comfort, strong men live for victory. Weak men cry about their circumstances, strong men create new ones. Weak men surrender to fear, strong men conquer it. And here's the ultimate truth. Weak men never survive because the world will crush them. Only strength guarantees survival. But strength does more than help you survive. It makes you thrive. It makes you unstoppable. It makes you a leader, a warrior, a king of your own destiny. And when you walk through this world with strength, doors open, respect follows, and opportunities are created because people are drawn to power. Weakness destroys men, strength builds them. The choice is always yours, to be broken and forgotten or to be forged in fire and remembered forever. Discipline is greater than motivation. It is one of the most overlooked truths in a world obsessed with quick fixes, instant gratification, and fleeting inspiration. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the wind, blowing strong one moment and disappearing the next. You feel motivated when you watch a video, read a post, or hear someone speak passionately, but the fire of motivation alone is not enough to push you through life's relentless battles. Discipline, on the other hand, is permanent. Discipline does not rely on feelings, moods, or fleeting moments of inspiration. It is the unwavering force that carries you forward when motivation is gone, when the excitement fades, when your body and mind scream for rest. Discipline is what separates those who dream from those who achieve, those who fail from those who dominate. Motivation will get you started, but discipline will see you through the darkest nights and the toughest storms. It is the quiet voice that tells you to get out of bed at 5 a.m., even when you feel exhausted, to push through another set of repetitions when your muscles are screaming, to keep working when everyone else has given up. Discipline is built through repetition, through commitment, and through the refusal to let excuses win. Life is full of challenges, and at every turn, motivation will betray you. You will wake up tired, stressed, or doubting yourself, and in those moments, only discipline will keep you moving forward. Motivation is unpredictable. Discipline is reliable. The world does not reward those who feel inspired today and quit tomorrow. It rewards those who show up day in and day out, regardless of how they feel. Discipline gives you control over your actions, your time, and your results. It creates habits that build empires and legacies. Motivation can spark a fire, but discipline keeps it burning relentlessly through wind, rain, and snow. The strongest men and women in history were not the ones who waited for motivation to strike. They were the ones who created their own momentum through disciplined action. Discipline allows you to act even when you don't feel like it. It transforms ordinary plea into extraordinary individuals. Motivation is fragile. It can be crushed by failure, criticism, or setbacks. Discipline, however, is unshakable. It is the backbone of success, the engine of progress, and the shield against mediocrity. You cannot rely on motivation alone to reach the heights you dream of. Motivation will fade, and when it does, the weak give up. The disciplined rise again. Discipline is greater than motivation because it is within your control. Motivation depends on external factors, an emotional surge, a pep talk, a moment of excitement. Discipline depends only on you. It is the decision to act according to your goals, not your feelings. It is waking up early to work on your dreams while others sleep, training your body and mind when your friends are resting, and making choices that align with your long-term vision even when they are uncomfortable. Motivation will push you to try, but discipline will push you to persist. Motivation is an invitation. Discipline is a commitment. Life does not reward the hopeful or the inspired alone. It rewards the consistent, the relentless, the disciplined. Success is built on small actions repeated over time, and discipline ensures that those actions are performed even when motivation is absent. The world does not pause for your moods or feelings. Challenges will come, failures will strike, and life will knock you down repeatedly. In those moments, motivation is irrelevant. It is discipline that allows you to rise, fight, and conquer. Discipline trains your mind to resist temptation, to focus on what matters, and to endure what others avoid. It is the silent power behind every great achievement, the hidden force that separates the weak from the strong, the ordinary from the extraordinary. Motivation will only take you so far. Discipline takes you all the way. It gives you control over your destiny and shapes the man or woman you become. The disciplined person does not wait for motivation. They create their own path, their own momentum, and their own success. Every great leader, every successful entrepreneur, Every elite athlete has relied on discipline over motivation. Motivation might inspire them at the start, but it was discipline that carried them through the pain, the setbacks, and the relentless grind. Discipline is greater than motivation because it turns intention into action, action into habit, and habit into results. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is a flame that never dies. The choice is clear. You can wait for motivation and hope it lasts, or you can cultivate discipline and guarantee results. Discipline is not easy, and it requires sacrifice, focus, and persistence, but it is the only true path to mastery, freedom, and success. When motivation fails, discipline wins. When the world doubts you, discipline proves you. When excuses call, discipline answers with action. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality, between desire and achievement. It is the backbone of every lie worth living, the silent force that builds strength, resilience, and greatness. Motivation may get you started, but discipline ensures you finish. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. It is a quiet, subtle force that creeps into your life, convincing you that it is enough to coast, to settle, to do just enough to get by. Comfort whispers lies to your mind, telling you that you deserve rest, that you've done enough, that tomorrow can handle the work you refuse to do today. But greatness is never born from ease. It is forged in struggle, in sacrifice, in relentless discomfort. Every moment spent chasing comfort is a moment stolen from your potential. Look around at the men and women who achieved greatness. Their lives were never easy, their path was never comfortable, and yet they conquered because they refused to surrender to the seductive trap of ease. Comfort makes you soft, it weakens your mind, dulls your spirit, and destroys your drive. A life lived in comfort is a life wasted back. It avoids the very challenges that build strength, resilience, and power. Greatness demands that you step into pain, that you embrace the grind, that you push beyond what is familiar, safe, or convenient. Every decision to stay comfortable is a decision to limit yourself, to shrink from your potential, and to settle for mediocrity. Comfort is the silent killer of dreams because it feels good in the moment, yet it steals your future without warning. A comfortable life may look peaceful, but it is often shallow, empty, and forgettable. Greatness, on the other hand, requires struggle, and struggle requires discomfort. It demands long hours, relentless effort, and the willingness to sacrifice pleasure for progress. To chase greatness, you must become addicted to the challenge, to the moments that test your limits, to the resistance that shapes your character. Men who choose comfort over growth will never rise above the crowd. They will watch others succeed while they remain stagnant, envious, and bitter because they chose the ease of inaction over the pain of effort. Comfort creates fear disguised as safety. It convinces you that you cannot handle more, that you do not deserve more, that you are not ready for more. But the truth is that you are capable of far more than you allow yourself to be. Greatness is a product of discomfort, discipline, and determination. Every time you push through exhaustion, every time you face fear, every time you refuse to quit, you step closer to greatness. Comfort wants you to accept mediocrity, to be ordinary, to stay in a zone where nothing is at stake and nothing is gained. But extraordinary men and women understand that the battlefield of life is not gentle. They embrace the fire, they seek the storm, and they thrive where comfort cannot survive. Greatness requires risk, effort, and endurance, qualities that comfort undermines. Comfort tells you to stop, but greatness demands you to keep going. It tempts you to stay in your safe boo. But the world outside that bubble is where legends are made. Every hero, every conqueror, every visionary who changed the world achieved it because they rejected comfort at every turn. They worked when others slept, they sacrificed when others indulged, and they endured when others quit. Comfort is temporary, but the cost of comfort is eternal. It robs you of your potential, your strength, your dreams. It is a cage that feels like home until you realize you are living a life far beneath what you were capable of achieving. To escape comfort, you must cultivate a mindset that craves challenge, that seeks growth, and that thrives in adversity. You must welcome pain as a teacher, embrace effort as a pathway, and see struggle as the only road to excellence. Comfort is seductive, but it is hollow. Greatness is demanding, but it is eternal. If you want to leave a mark on this world, you cannot allow yourself to be tamed by comfort. You must be willing to walk paths that are lonely, to endure hardship that seems unfair, and to push beyond what others believe is possible. The mind and body grow stronger when stretched beyond limits. not when sheltered in ease. Comfort is the enemy because it limits your vision, your ambition, and your ability to dominate your life. It makes excuses sound reasonable, fear sound rational, and inaction feel safe. But safety is the playground of the weak. Greatness is the reward for those who reject safety, challenge themselves constantly, and refuse to rest until they have conquered their own limitations. Every day presents a choice, the comfort of staying the same or the discomfort of becoming extraordinary. Every choice you make defines whether you will fade into mediocrity or rise into greatness. Comfort is an illusion, a trap, a siren calling you to surrender. Greatness is real, it is earned, and it is available only to those willing to pay the price of discomfort. Reject comfort relentlessly. Seek struggle. Chase difficulty. Embrace the grind. Push past your limits. Grow stronger mentally, physically, and emotionally through the pain that comfort would have spared you. Men who settle are forgotten. Men who endure, who fight, who conquer, leave legacies. Remember, comfort feels good for a moment, but greatness lasts forever. Every choice you make, every sacrifice you endure, every step you take into discomfort brings you closer to your true potential. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. Pain is proof you are alive and fighting. It is the language your body and mind speak when you are pushing beyond limits, testing boundaries, and refusing to settle for mediocrity. Pain is not something to be feared or avoided. It is a signal, a sign that you are challenging yourself, that you are alive in a world that punishes weakness and rewards strength. Every bruise, every scar, every sleepless night, every moment of exhaustion is proof that you are in the arena, battling for something greater than comfort. Pain separates the men who surrender from the men who endure. Weak men run from it, hide from it, make excuses for it. Strong men embrace it, learn from it, and allow it to shape them into something unstoppable. Pain is a teacher that will never lie, never cheat, and never abandon you. It tells you when you have pushed too far, and it also tells you when you are ready to push even further. It is in pain that character is forged, discipline is strengthened, and resilience is born. Life is designed to challenge you, to test your limits, and to break you if you allow it. The moment you feel pain is the moment the world has decided to see what you are truly made of. It is a calling to rise, to fight, and to dominate. Pain proves that you care enough to fight for your dreams, your values, and your goals. A man who feels no pain is a man who has stopped living, a man who has surrendered to comfort, a man who has stopped striving. Pain is evidence that you are resisting mediocrity, that you are rejecting weakness, and that you are unwilling to accept a life of insignificance. Every drop of sweat, every ache in your muscles, every mental struggle is a badge of honor if you choose to see it that way. Pain is a test. It is not permanent unless you let it defeat you. Pain is temporary, regret is eternal. Men who embrace pain understand that every struggle, every hardship, and every failure is a stepping stone to success. They know that if they endure the moment, they will emerge stronger, sharper, and more prepared for the next challenge. Pain is proof you are moving forward, proof that you are striving for something beyond the ordinary. Without pain, there is no growth. Without struggle, there is no progress. Without challenge, there is no story worth telling. Pain is the crucible of greatness. It is the furnace in which weak intentions are burned away and strong resolve is forged. Those who refuse pain, who avoid it at every turn, are doomed to a life of comfort, stagnation, and mediocrity. Those who embrace it, who face it head on, who allow it to guide them, are the ones who leave legacies. Pain is not the enemy. It is the ally you never knew you needed. It forces you to confront your weaknesses, to dig deeper than you thought possible, and to rise again when everything inside you wants to quit. Pain is proof that you are alive, that you are engaged with life, that you are refusing to fade into the shadows. Men who fear pain are men who fear life. Men who respect pain are men who respect themselves, their purpose, and their potential. Every time you feel it, remember, it is not a punishment. It is a privilege. It is a privilege to struggle, to fight, and to push the boundaries of what you believe possible. Pain is proof that you are in the arena, facing challenges and refusing to bow down. It is a reminder that life is not meant to be easy, that comfort is a trap, and that every great achievement comes at a cost. The cost is pain, and the reward is greatness. When you race pain, you learn patience. You learn endurance. You learn the value of persistence. Pain teaches you lessons that success never can. It teaches humility, resilience, and strength. It teaches you that no victory is meaningful without struggle, that no triumph is satisfying without sacrifice. Pain is proof that you are alive and fighting is the only way to truly live. It is the heartbeat of ambition, the pulse of determination, and the signature of those unwilling to surrender. Every man will face pain. It is inevitable, but not every man will use it to rise. Weak men let it break them. Strong men let it make them. Pain is proof you are alive and fighting. Let it remind you of your power, your struggle. Pain is not a curse. It is proof that you are living, that you are fighting, and that you refuse to be forgotten. It is proof that you are a man unwilling to surrender. Only the strong write their destiny. This is a truth that cannot be debated, ignored, or avoided. The weak allow life to happen to them. They drift aimlessly, hoping that someone else will shape their future, that luck will smile on them, or that fate will be kind. But life does not reward hope, luck, or passivity. It rewards action, courage, and strength. Only the strong seize control of their circumstances. Only the strong take responsibility for their choices. And only the strong mold their destiny with their own hands. Strength is not just physical, it is mental, emotional, and spiritual. It is the unwavering determination to rise when others fall, to push forward when others quit, and to endure when everything seems against you. To write your destiny, you must first understand that no one is coming to hand to you. The world is harsh, indifferent, and relentless. It will not pause for your hesitation, nor will it reward your fear. Weak men follow, strong men lead, weak men wait, strong men act, weak men complain, strong men conquer. Only the strong refuse to let their circumstances define them. Only the strong stand tall against adversity and say, "I will decide my path." Every great man, every powerful leader, every visionary who changed the course of history understood this principle. They knew that life would challenge them, that pain would test them, and that obstacles would attempt to break them, yet they chose strength over surrender. They chose to face their fears, overcome their limitations, and shape the life they desired rather than accept the life they were given. Writing your destiny requires more than desire. It requires relentless action, unyielding discipline, and the courage to stand alone when necessary. Weakness seeks comfort and ease. Strength seeks growth and victory. Weak men are controlled by circumstances, by emotions, by fear. Strong men control circumstances, master emotions, and use fear as fuel. Strength allows you to take risks that others avoid, to push through moments when failure seems inevitable, and to keep moving even when the world seems determined to stop you. Only the strong take ownership of their lives. They refuse to blame others, to make excuses, or to wait for someone else to open doors. They understand that destiny is not handed out. It is earned, carved, and fought for with every ounce of their being. Writing your destiny is not a comfortable journey. It requires sacrifice, effort, and resilience. It demands that you step into uncertainty, confront challenges that seem insurmountable, and endure pain that would break the weak. Every setback is a lesson. Every failure a stepping stone, and every struggle an opportunity to forge strength. Only those strong enough to persist through adversity will emerge victorious. Strength is forged in the furnace of trials, in the battlefield of life, and in the silence of early mornings when no one is watching. It is honed by repetition, refined by discipline, and perfected by relentless pursuit of your goals. Weak men quit when the journey is hard. Strong men write their destiny precisely because they refuse to quit. Writing your destiny also requires vision. It is not enough to simply act. You must know where you are going, why you are fighting, and what you will endure to achieve it. The strong set their sights on a goal and commit fully to it, understanding that clarity of purpose is the foundation of power. Without vision, action is wasted, strength is misdirected, and destiny remains unwritten. Only the strong combine vision with action, courage with persistence, and ambition with discipline to create a life that leaves a mark. Weak men let life happen to them. Strong men make life happen. They understand that failure is temporary, that obstacles are lessons, and T-pain is proof that they are alive and fighting. Only the strong have the resilience to withstand the storms of life without losing direction or purpose. Only the strong understand that every choice, every moment, and every action contributes to the life they are building. Writing your destiny is about refusing to be a spectator in your own life. It is about taking control, making decisions, and owning the consequences. Weak men are passengers. Strong men are captains. Weak men blame the world. Strong men shape it. Strength gives you